Hi everybody, I feel like I haven't made a video in a really long time. It's been 7, 8 days since I've made a kind of like official video with the camera here, but we've got a lot to talk about. So as you know, about 7, 8 days ago, I did a video on how we might grade comics and terminology and capturing all the mints and some of the other stuff. I'll post it below. If you haven't seen that one, you can watch that video. But at the end of it, I suggested that we needed a centralized website where, we could have all the mints and, people could see that. And so, as you could probably tell, I do have some knowledge of building websites. So I knew that I could kind of put together something quickly. And I really had a grander vision. And that was that I wanted to have a website that everybody could go to. You could find all types of resources. Obviously, there'd be comics on it, but there'd be all kinds of other things too. And so I knew at that point I couldn't call the website like SleeplynComics.com because, if it had my name on it, that's not something for the community, right? And so I tried to choose a name, Veve Rank, and the rank is really because, I think really we're going to be going to this website to find out which of the collectibles we want to choose, which are the ones that are better. And then eventually I think there'll be other things where we're ranking things on this website that I have ideas for. So, and it was a domain name that was open, so I didn't have to pay a ton of money for it. So that was another element that definitely played into it. And so, so I quickly built the website. I knew the two core pieces of it were going to be submitting your mints, because we talked about that in the other video, and then displaying the mints. So you'd be able to go in and say, hey, for the Amazing Spider-Man Secret Rare, I want to see all the mints. And so that was kind of one of the more fundamental pieces. But the other piece that I thought was super important was I wanted to be able to have a centralized place for all of the creators, so they could put their link there. And maybe eventually I'll be able to have a little description, but I have categorized them. And I may have missed some people, as I said before in my other quick video. If I missed you, I didn't mean to, I don't know everybody, just DM me on Twitter and I definitely will get you in there. That, I think, is a necessary thing for the community. Hey, I know that if I go to this website, I'm going to be able to see a lot of the major creators, people who can help me, and I'll do a better job, and I'm going to try and pick videos too. So these are 3 great videos if you're just joining Veve, or these are 3 great videos that I want to learn more about low mints. And so I'm going to reach out to some of the other creators and have them kind of give me those videos, and I'll put those on the website. I know that people have different tips and tricks and all these other things, and I'll add those to the website. And so as much as I can make it a centralized resource for all of us, I'll do my best and do that. So I think another thing that I definitely wanted to add when you're looking specifically at one of the comics was some of the resources that I might use when I'm researching. And we always hear this term or this phrase that's always, this is not financial advice, do your own research. But yet, if you're not really into comics, maybe you don't know how to do that research. So that's why I provided a link to eBay. It automatically does the search so you can see the prices on eBay, Key Collector, Go Collect, and if I have any other ideas, I'll add those. And so you'll be able to, do your own research. You don't have to take my word for it. If you want to go look at what the physical values are for some of these comics, go ahead on your own. But obviously, there's a lot of great resources. If you don't have the time to do that, or you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that either. But that's kind of the concept behind some of that. There are these different groups that are being created, and they're around a specific NFT. And so I thought, hey, I could have a place where if someone wanted to know, like, oh, there's a group around this particular comic or whatever it might be, I could go to there and click on that and see that. Or it's just a great way for those groups to, announce to the world that they exist. And so I will find the leaders of each of these groups, to contact people, and put that on that page. So then if you're like, hey, I have a, Decon Ape, let's contact this person because I want to join this group now. So I think that's a really important element. The other thing that I think is kind of a separate piece, but people have questions about, is the OMI token. And sometimes it's not like those are necessarily hard to find, but that's a piece of this community, big piece of the community, honestly. And so I wanted to integrate that in. So you do see that I have a lot of the creators and some information on the OMI token itself. So, for a week's worth of work, it's a reasonable website. I look at it as a success. Some of the things that we're seeing, it's not, as of this video, it has not been up 48 hours, less than 48 hours. Let me see, I wrote down. So it has had over 7,000 page views, 1,500 different unique users, 66 countries from Argentina to Romania to France, UK, US, and New Zealand. So, yeah, a lot of different people. And that's really the power of Veve, because, Veve is such an international project. And so that's been fun to see. I additionally will add all the collectibles. That way you'll be able to search and find them. It'll have mint numbers. And sometimes, it's just, once again, good to have all these in one place. I just don't want it to be so comic focused. Another thing that I'm going to add is this concept of different types of sets. So we have the sets that Veve announces, the Spider-Man set, the common, the rare, uncommon, rare, etc., secret rare. But I think there are actually sets that exist that make sense that are cross-set, and I want to come up with these. Obviously, the community can help me too. So the one that I think of course, is, and it's not out yet, but I think it will be eventually, would be the X-Men. So we have Storm, and then they're going to come out with Wolverine, and then they're probably going to come out with Cyclops. And so having one of each of those characters, maybe it's only the commons, it doesn't even matter, to create your X-Men team, that is a set outside of the sets. And so I wanted to document those on the website, and maybe as just an achievement or goal that someone could go for, and to kind of tell them guide them, because they might not know. But I also think that eventually, and maybe this is, when we can read the blockchain and other things, it would be good to be able to have people, be able to put their name and say, hey, I have this set. That could get really unwieldy. There could be, 10,000 people, although if it's including a secret rare, maybe it wouldn't be that many people. But I have to think through that, and maybe, once we get to some of that, people have to have a user account and some of this other stuff. And it's not that I don't want to do that, and eventually we're probably going to have to do that. It's just that I didn't want to have people have to log in and make an account. We all hate that. Make another account. How many accounts do we have? Another thing I wanted to come up with is achievements. So in different video games, if you achieve certain things, then you get a badge or something like that. And they've talked about that actually in Veve too. But I don't think we need to wait for Veve to do some of that stuff. And I was thinking of some really crazy achievements. So like, the ones that I thought of were like, you're a big Disney lover. So that would mean you would have not only all of the golden moments, but you would have 2 of all the golden moments. And so then they would submit pictures, obviously, of proof, and then they get their name on there. I put their Twitter account handle on there. Another one might be Comic Master. You have 10 secret rares, or a Batman fan where you have all the Batman collectibles, all of them. And we would list them, and then they would have to show proof, and then we can put their name. Another one would be a Spider-Man fan. You would have the entire first appearance Spider-Man set, plus Amazing Spider-Man #1 secret rare. So that would be a significant set to have. Now, what's weird is that what happens then if someone sells, their secret rare Spider-Man? I think it's just an achievement. You achieved it, so for whatever, that instance in time, you had all these collectibles. You could submit that. We would put your name on the website to commemorate that, and then if you sold everything the next day, it's just, once again, these are just fun things. Your name would live on the website, and that could be fun for people. So these are just different ideas I have, and I'm sure I'm welcome to any ideas that other people might have. But that's really where we're at with the website. It's been a big success so far. Like I said, really from concept to where we're at right now, it's been maybe 8-9 days. I'm going to keep working on it every day. I have had a couple people volunteer to help, so if you are interested in helping, I would appreciate that. It is a lot of work right now. mainly just because I need to verify the secret rare mints. Everything else is kind of free for all, and maybe that actually won't end up working as well either. Maybe people are just going to start putting in trash. That would be unfortunate. So far, it's actually been pretty good, but we don't know the future. And like I said, I'm trying to stay away from having people to have a user account and all this other stuff. But maybe inevitably we have to do something like that. And if there's content you want, so if you're like, this is my video, it is awesome on whatever it might be, Blue Chip Comics, let me know. We'll try to get it on. I can't get everything on here, so I'm going to have to do some sort of curation. Putting your name on there is definitely easy. So contact me. I appreciate you all. Thank you for your support and comments, questions, frustrations, whatever. Put it all below in the comments. I'll try and get back to you all. And I hope you guys all have a great day.